Do you know I'm so tired? I did not remember that you guys were actually online. I just did here. The battle with this for my internet is down. Hey Ella, how are you doing? So the question is, you find out that your husband's side chick is pregnant. This was the dilemma a friend of mine faced. She found out that her husband's side chick was pregnant. So the question is, what would you do? What's the logical thing for her to do? And she needs your advice. What is the logical thing for her to do? Should she break the marriage? Is it worthy continuing in the marriage? Now, there are two types of cheating, according to some women that I spoke to. There is disrespectful cheating and there is respectful cheating. Kamaruddin asked a very intelligent question. He said, what is the state of their marriage? Marriage is okay. Average. Marriage is okay. Ella said, why does he have a side chick? Now, this is a very difficult question to answer. And I was having a debate, maybe I even call it an argument, with, we're shooting honest bunch, so in between, we're having this argument. And women don't like to hear the truth. I've noticed that thing. Women don't like to hear the truth. Men are biologically polygamous. Men are chemically polygamous. Women are not biologically polygamous. Women are biologically, how do I put it? Women are biologically unfaithful. It's different. A woman cannot manage the emotions of two men unless she's being paid for it. Women are not biologically polygamous. I can have two women pregnant for me at the same time. In fact, I can have 5 women pregnant for me at the same time. Can you be pregnant for 5 men at the same time? It's not an argument. And the only place where men, no, you don't choose not to. Your biology chooses not to. You can't do it. There are 109 people listening to me now. Let's imagine half of them are women. I can get half of them pregnant this year. As long as they are ovulating and I can get half of them pregnant. Can you be impregnated by half of the men on this live? If I sleep with every woman here, 50 women, how many days do we have before the end of the year? About 50 days. In fact, I can sleep with 3 women a day. Or 2 women a day. Let me make it average. In 25 days, I've impregnated 50 women. As long as you bring them to me. You cannot. It is not an argument. Now, ask anybody that raises animals. If you are raising goats One male goat. Let's go to Google. If you don't trust me, go to Google. Type how many male goats. Just type raising goats. How many male goats to female? Just type it like that. Just read it. One male to 20 to 30 female goats for controlled breeding, but the ideal number depends on the male's age and condition. Young and inexperienced bucks should have fewer females, around 10, while a mature, healthy buck can handle up to 30 or even more. Some farmers prefer to reduce the number even further, one buck to 12 to 14 does, to ensure the male's health and fertility and to maximize breeding success. One male to 20 to 30 females. Let's change this from goats to cows. Cows. One male to 20 to 40 females. One male to 20 to 40 females. Let's change this to chickens. One rooster to every 7 to 10 hens. Let's change this to ducks. One male to 4 or 5 females. What other farm animals do you have? Let's change it to horses. One mature male to 40 to 40 female. Oh, sorry, these goats. Sorry, I needed horses. Raising horses. Horses. One male stallion to every 10 to female mares. So it is illogical. It is illogical. Bees are insects. Let's focus on mammals. But even if you use bees, let me do bees. How many males raising bees? How many male bees to female? About 100 female to every male drone. 100 to 1. 100 to 1. So these are not excuses. This is the reality of the situation. It takes, by the number of sperms a male produces, it will take about 5 men to impregnate the whole women in this world. By the number of sperms a man produces, 5 men will impregnate every woman on the 3 billion women we have. 5 men can impregnate them all. If they are releasing healthy sperm every day and they are sharing the sperm, it will take 5 men to impregnate all the women. Maximum 10 men. I want you to understand the borderline, because you are taught one man, one woman by the white man. It is not African. It is not Christian. It's not biblical. It is not from the Quran. It's not from the Middle East. One man, one woman is white society. That is the Western influence on Africa. It doesn't come from our Igbo man. Go and study traditional Igbo culture. An Igbo man can marry as many wives as he can take care of. Same with Hausa, same with Yoruba, same with Fulani, same with Akwa Ibom, same with Calabar, same with Ijekiri, same with Kalabari, Bayelsa. And I'm saying, so why is the African way right? Because biologically and chemically, you're African. Biologically and chemically, you are African. Same with Orubu. In Nigeria, tribes that are polygamous go reach 100 and something. Tribes that are monogamous, that are what is it called, where the women are allowed to have more than one husband, they don't go past one or two. Yes, there are some cultures, few and far between, where women have more than one husband. In the whole Africa, I know reach 5. Polygamous tribes, it go reach 1,000, where men are allowed to have more than one wife. We are not promoting it, we are dealing with the reality. Because what women don't understand is, I don't teach polygamy. And I say it all the time. I don't teach polygamy. I don't even encourage polygamy. But as a woman, if your husband can handle 5 or 6 women, are you up to 5 or 6 women? You are matching your husband one-on-one. You can't even fulfill what one woman will fulfill normally. The average African man that decided not to be polygamous, what one woman traditionally would do for her husband, you can't even do it. The average Gen Z, the average westernized woman cannot even do what one woman can do. But she wants her polygamous husband, who is biologically and chemically polygamous. She wants him to stay with only her. Meanwhile, she cannot even completely fulfill the responsibility of one woman. But your husband can handle 4. I want us to, because women don't like when you bring up this topic, but now this, still them go come cry. Somebody say one woman is enough headache. Absolutely. Now, traditional Igbo and Yoruba culture. Traditional Igbo and Yoruba culture. The man can't satisfy women now. 4 women is the easiest to satisfy in this world. Easy. Because let me tell you something with women. They only really want it when they're ovulating. So as long as they are not ovulating together, you can handle them. You can handle 6 women easily. The ovulation, the peak of a woman's ovulation, no, they pass 5 days. So as long as the 4 women do not have the ovulation together, you can handle it. Just know, say, as this one they finish in 5 days, this one they start in 5 days, this one they... There are times in a month when a woman does not want to be touched. So unless you have the bad luck that you marry 5 women and all of them don't want to be touched at the same time, and they all want to be touched at the same time, that's when the headache is. So the problem is, yes, somebody said one woman alone is one problem. 2 women are 2 problems. But so many men don't want to be polygamous, not because they don't have the power to handle the women eventually, but because they don't want the problem of women. So men now settle for one wife. But then, because the woman does not know that she's lucky to have a man that is at home, because she equates herself with him. Let me tell you something. A man at 70 and a woman at 70, the woman don't tire. The woman don't tire. Before you go see one woman like this, woman will come my life, 77-year-old woman with a date 35-year-old boy. You go see 20, 70-year-old men. We go still knock you, give you belly. I was talking to a pastor today on Honest Bunch, and the guy said that is why they advise men to marry women they are older than, because when they get to a certain age, and that's why you advise not to marry women that are older than you, because by the time you get to 70, your wife is 80. By the time you get to 70 and your wife is 60, she can't handle intimacy again. Samaria said arthritis will be smiling at you. Not everybody has. We don't have arthritis in my family. My father is 80, and my father is the only thing will affect my partner stroke. We don't have arthritis in our family. But about 87 they can stick bench. 80 can stick bench well. Fatai rolling dollar, yes now. I'm glad you mentioned him. He got a woman pregnant when he was 70 something. So what am I trying to say in essence is, many women do not understand the responsibility they have when they have a man. Most women don't understand it. Most women assume that because you are raised, one of the most toxic things that was ever done to Nigerians is this westernized mentality. It's a toxic thing. It does not resonate with your Africanness. You are forcing yourself to be part of a system that does not acknowledge you, that does not work with you. John say my father is 84 and our last born is 15. Oh yeah, make I bring una come, make una begin talk. Where Samaria? Where Ella? Today, not today.
Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Ella, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Where is John?
Can anybody see me?
No, we can't see you. Network.
Yeah, because I've accepted it, but I can't see. It's dark. It's
We
black.
can hear your voice, but you are rolling.
Oh, okay. I'll give you some time and see if you would come up.
I think you need to leave. Let me bring you back. John and Ella too were dropped off.
Okay.
John, accept. Guys, type to John to accept. Ella, accept. John is unable to come live. He's unable to bring you live. Use your other handle, John. John, use your other handle. Oh, goodness. Good morning.
Good evening, sir.
Good morning, my darling. John the Nemesis. Use John the Nemesis. This your account is not going. I don't know what you do. Is Ella here? Ella, are you here? Okay, I don't see John, new account. Ella, where are you? Ella, you said I should bring you. Where are you? Okay, this works. Your other account was not working.
No, because I blocked Ella.
Oh.
I blocked Ella with that account. They made me lose brain cells. So.
You have been on our live earlier on today.
Sama baby.
John, did they find you for live today?
I've been laid out. You know, I've been go airport to go pick those people.
Yeah. Where you been talk? Oh, Ella won't buy us. So over to you guys. I don't kickstart the topic. Make I not talk past like that.
This you don't talk everything now. This is not beating. I don't know. Whenever we say this is just like we're in a competition with
Woman.
Our female folks. No, we're not in
just know that with me here on this live this night, just know that yes, you're in a competition. And I can continue.
And if you want to marry 5 men,
Uncle. Uncle. No, not be. I'm not against that if he's talking about polygamy. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from the aspect of people using polygamy as a shade to cheat.
So nobody
living a responsible life in the name of polygamy. Men are polygamous, men are polygamous. They have a problem.
Abraham had concubines. Let's forget about marrying other wives. Abraham had concubines. Was he irresponsible?
What do you purchase?
Is that not irresponsible? That if let's be honest, let's call a shade a shade.
What was that your name again?
Hold on. Abraham was irresponsible. Hold on. Abraham was irresponsible according to American law.
Thank you.
My father was irresponsible according to American law. My grandfather and your grandfather were all irresponsible according to American law. But according to their own law.
Rightly marrying a woman. Are you talking about rightly marrying a woman? See, like I said, I don't have a problem with marrying 10 or 5 or 12 wives. Our forefathers did it.
Samaria.
For this aspect of people hiding with...
Samaria, let me ask you a question.
Everybody am I jealous of me? Why would I be jealous of me? No, that's a bit cheat.
Samaria, let me ask you a question. Samaria, let me ask you a question. If a man wants to marry you, will he not taste the pickles?
If I want to marry a man, will I not also test the thing?
Wait now, that's what we're saying now. So if I'm married to you...
No, let's look at it.
Samaria, wait now. Samaria,
okay.
Wait. If I'm married to you now and I want to marry you...
Well done.
I want to marry someone. I have to taste that person now to know if...
The person will taste you too.
Yes.
Vice versa.
So that what we are saying is that you don't call it cheating. We are just seeing if there's possibility to bring new wife mates for you. So
excuse me, John, wake up. Stop. We need to be realistic.
We don't want you to always be in the kitchen. We don't want you to always. We want to make the work easier for you. You understand? It's not difficult.
So why do you guys, okay, John, why do you not cry that they gave you someone else's child?
Someone else's child? No, someone else's child is
You
different.
know, you see why I love women. The way women pay back.
That's a force.
The way women pay back.
You
yeah?
see, that's it. You see,
Like,
let me explain something to you. Samaria, 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 Samaria,
To land in the hospital.
Samaria, eh? Samaria.
It's for people that will land in the
Hold on. John defined this thing the other day.
People will not like this.
Hold on now. Can you calm down? Giving a man if a what is it called? This paternity fraud is not the same as a man having a child outside.
Okay,
Let me explain.
somebody
Hold
said
on. Let me
they used
explain.
to glorify cheating.
Let me
So when men
explain.
do it, it's not cheating.
Hold on. Let me explain the equivalent of paternity fraud. You are my wife. As you're about to give birth, you have a stillbirth. So while you are still under the medicine, they carry the baby away and go and bring my side chick's baby and give to you and say, that's your baby. That is the equivalent of paternity fraud. It's not having a child outside. Because if I have a child outside and you are my wife, it's either the child comes to live with us or I go they sneak, they go meet him. But if you are my wife and you bring another man's child into the home, I will have to pay school fees for that child. I will have to feed the child. I will have to worry about, there is no light. There is no this. The child needs this. You don't have to worry about my side chick's child. It is my worry. But when you bring a child home, hold on. When you bring him home a child and tell me, forget trust.
Broken trust.
Either way, the trust is broken. But one is more criminal because you are making me pay.
Take care of someone else's child.
You are forcing me to take care. If I had a child outside, you will not even know about it. So it's not your business. If you find out, you will shout. It is up to you. You can tell the man, I don't want to see this woman and her child again. And if the man chooses you, then you have to abandon them. But in no way would that child be brought to the house and that child be mandated to become your responsibility without you accepting. When you bring home a pregnancy from another man to another man, you are forcing another man to raise another man's child against his will. And when they find out that they put gun, G-U-N for una head, come out on a small brain where remain.
But the same men also think it's normal. It is easy to go about cheating, but the only difference is that one of them came back with evidence, the other one did not come back with evidence.
Samaria, the truth is that paternity fraud only happens to Sims, people who are not real men. I'm seeing
God bless you.
I keep saying this, women are one of the
Mr. Raymond.
species in the world. It's just that men are careless.
One of the words. Sorry.
What did you say?
Domestic species in the world.
You, John,
Bro, let me land.
John, say that again.
I will land. It's just that men are careless. That's why they think they're smart. Women don't think they're smart because men are careless. A man will carry this phone, call it side chick, and forget to delete it. Men are careless because they leave traces just there.
And then who they're careless? You call that carelessness, huh?
John, let me explain. I don't think when it comes to like the intelligence of male and female, I don't think there's really significant difference. The first perspective I want to... John, wait, let me land now. John,
you must be seeing a lot of dumb women around you.
You see the industries.
No, wait, but John, let me land. What you must understand when we look at all of this topic, from my perspective, I might be wrong and I'm open to perspective as well. I, not against polygamy, not because my dad had 3 wives, but because 100 years ago, if you read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, Okonkwo was genuinely angry with his father because one reason to show ambition in an agrarian society was being able to have so many wives, to give you so many children to cultivate. You had to get your labor force by yourself. So it was an economic, it just made sense economically to have 10 wives. Because if you have 10 wives and I had 2 wives, your rate of giving birth would be exponentially greater than mine. And if lands were distributed freely to everyone, what that means is I will have more land to, then become wealthier and then, continue that.
At the time when industry, also agriculture, all those things we are all part of the reasons why.
But let me put this in context. You also have to understand that nature is not really nice to women in the sense that before technology and science, you have to remember that there was a time when we had terrible sanitary, we didn't have, sanitary pads. And it was not just easy for women to be able to go out and hunt and farm. And even in the Nigerian context,
what does sanitary pads?
Do you know that aside, bro?
What I'm saying is, if you go
according to most African traditions and Middle Eastern religions, women are unclean when they're on their period. So they cannot pray and they cannot go to work.
Okay.
So that really impacted their productivity for so many years because women.
So why is it not impacting their productivity now?
Because there is sanitary towel now.
Do not also forget the aspect of genotype elected.
Let me
at the time when there wasn't science to kind of narrow it down to reason why most people were having children that we are buying. So for that reason, the tendency to marry more wives in events that this one gives birth to children that would buy, then another one's child will not buy. These were also factors that we are considered too.
Yeah. So all of this aided and abetted polygamy in our part of the world.
Excuse me. I still want to. You still haven't made me understand why.
John, the summary of what I'm saying is that we need to stop hiding.
Excuse me. You still have not made me understand why you feel that the woman.
Chuksy wants to give me on TikTok. Whoa. Go and buy my private jet. Buy my private jet.
You still have not made me understand why you feel that the woman brain is smarter than the male brain. Please go back to.
You're still talking about what are you saying, John? Stop screaming. You're not fighting. Stop screaming.
Stop motivation. Let me land.
Yeah, sure.
Go back to human anatomy and look at the size of the skull of a male skull and a female skull. It tells you a lot. I am not saying that women are silly as Ella. No. Ella is a different breed. I'm just saying that you cannot compare the smartness of a man to the smartness of a woman. Men are light years ahead of them.
So what scientific backing do you have to make this?
The scientific backing is
John, neither women nor men. You cannot. Don't forget that. No, forget this. You're going to around John. None of them. Nobody. No gender is more than the other. It's the same thing.
I know your tricks. Your tricks is in cutting someone. No,
stop. Don't cut him short. Let John. Yeah, John.
My scientific backing dates back to scientific inventions. 90% of the inventions in the world were invented by men. Electricity.
So for that reason, they are smarter.
Everything. 90% of the scientific inventions that were created in this world were created by men. Now let's go back to modern day. 90% of the companies of entrepreneurs in this world are men. It tells you that men think faster. Men think wider. The only place you think you say that women are smart is when it goes to
out of the top 10 richest people in the world, all 10 are men.
The only place you say that women, the only reason why you say that women are smart.
No, I just added one fact.
2 more minutes. The only place you people say that women are smart is when it comes to catching a man that's cheating. And I told you categorically that the reason why they catch men that are cheating is because men do not cover their tracks. If you enter my click of friends,
almost Samaria no grill, they don't rate score.
You will never catch us cheat because we go get phone for house and get phone for office. You don't see anything. You will say, my husband is the best man in the world.
open the
you
phone.
come out all the pictures.
You just broke down your own analogy now. The way you perceive it.
Sorry.
Your own perception of smartness between these two genders.
Wait, John. Let's first of all look at it from the line. Thank you so much. You raised a lot of good points in terms of like why do we have.
Of course, yes, he did.
Invention.
But then, go ahead.
So I want.
You're talking about invention.
Not mine. So I want to make a point that the major difference between men and women in terms of intellectual sagacity, and a neuroscientist can come and explain this better. The major difference is while
they say all BBL surgeons are men.
While men are interested in things, while women are interested in people. So what this means is
exactly.
You see
interest.
Why do you really like to cut people off? It seems like it's something you really like. You enjoy.
Sorry?
You enjoy cutting people off. Even when I'm on your side, you still can't let me talk and think. It's just,
is it? You say what you're saying. Of course, I'm.
But you are cutting me off, and that's not really polite. I'm on your side. We are trying to counter.
We are not doing any side. We are just.
Yeah. So, but John, this is the point I'm trying to make. So that's why you see there are more male engineers, right? Because when you look at things from the extreme, for you to be really good, you have to look at things from the extreme to focus and do something. So that's why you see we'll have more female nurses, we'll have more female philosophers or social sciences. You see more women because they're just naturally more empathetic and emotional. When you look at it to the extreme, let me give you another example. Would you say men are more? I wouldn't say an average man is more aggressive than an average woman. But when you look at the extremes, in terms of who is more aggressive, you will see that on the extreme, more are men. There are more men in the present. But that does not mean aggression is just simply for men only. Women tend to exude their own aggression by gossip and, character assassination. So for you to say women are not intelligent simply because you are looking at invention as just the only, you have to look at why do people invent, the ability to take risk. Men are risk takers. There are other factors that lead to scientific discoveries. Being willing to fail 100 times and do it again 101, which has nothing to do with intelligence, but other traits, if you know what I mean, for Daddy Freeze, who is an entrepreneur and has done business over the years, will understand it takes not just intelligence, there's this other fortitude, other stuff that makes you excel in those places that women might not have to them naturally. Also, in the Nigerian context, to conclude, don't forget, just 50, 60 years ago, going to the university as a woman in Nigeria was seen as an absurd situation. Even in a lot of parts of the Western world that we see now, there were countries where women were limited for a long time. Why don't you put that into account as well? Yeah, John, I'll let you.
Yeah, John, before you answer, Marie Curie. Sorry, before you answer, Marie Curie was still able to do her work on radiation. Even though she and her husband did the work, she got most of the credit because she did the most breakthrough work on radiation. So the women that invented still invented. It's just that they were not many.
They were not plenty.
They were not many, exactly. That's
and then, speaking about women and inventions, John, let me shift in the real quick. Speaking about women and inventions, the question you should have asked yourself is, since when did women, when were they allowed to come into, both the workforce and inventing of things? Because you and I know pretty well that at the time,
right, that nature intended them. We told you about what.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Exactly the point. Because the whole time, since when did women start? These women you are measuring with men, we are not allowed to even do anything at the time.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So I agree that you guys are coming up with all these things. Let's go back to the basics. Tabula rasa. A man that was born today and a woman that was born today. Even in exams, the pass mark for women is less than the pass mark for men. In exams, the pass mark for women.
Is that JAM or Ambrose Ali University or anything like that? John, you can't just say that in exams that the pass will come up.
John, look, John, if you go to World Economic Forum, you know what is written there? Open your phone and go to World Economic Forum. You see what is said there. It is stated here clearly that women work 10 times harder than men in today's offices. Look at it there.
Women work.
It's right here. Open it.
Which of it? You mean Ashawo joint? You mean Ashawo joint? The only thing women do better than men is Ashawo.
No, that's ridiculous.
The ones you know now. Women you know. So you need to change the circle of women you operate with. The women you know, you need to change them.
The only job that have more women.
You need to change women you know, because the ones you know around you, I don't know the kind of the job they're doing.
Even the nursing that you people used to do, men is just taking it over from you guys.
Of course, there's no anyone can be a nurse.
No.
But when you say the women you know, or what the job women know, which women do you know? Is it the shower they do?
Yeah, but it is ridiculous to say that women do work 10 times more than men when, you know,
I didn't write it. It's right here.
Some of those research are absurd. Not every research is statistically accurate. 98% of bricklayers are men. You know, military people, over 70% of them are men. You know, we're talking about oil rig workers, 90 to 99% of them are. So for you to just, you know, bring up a blanket statistics and say, you know, women work 10. I won't accept any absurdity. No, I will not. Watch me. And then the phrase, I detest absurdity. You must say something that makes logical sense.
Why are you crying?
That was an absurd. John,
where did I get that from? Did I make it up in my head?
No, see.
I didn't make that up in my head. I got it from online. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Something that you fail to understand is that, you see, one thing with women, when you try to be on their side, they try to ever exaggerate it. That is why you people always. That's why when you guys say that women are smart, it makes me lose brain cells, because these people that when you give a task to perform, it takes them light years to perform.
John, like I said before, I'll repeat it. What kind of women are you used to?
Auntie,
uncle, granny, grandpa.
This categorically.
Tell me.
If it wasn't because of we want to equalize things in the world, gender equality. If only business owners own businesses and they are the ones that interview for positions, they'll prefer to employ men.
I agree with John. Even my wife prefers to employ men over women.
Yes, that is
you know why they may not want. You know that opposite. Do you know that opposite sex attracts? You know opposite gender attracts, right?
No, not in that is when we are dating, not inside workforce.
No, there are certain things you have. If you have certain business jobs, it's not every job that requires a woman. There are jobs that require a man, and there are jobs that require a woman. If you find yourself operating in a one that requires men, you will need a man around. Just like I would say, let me tell you, just like I would say there is need for a man to be in every household. There are times, the other day, this thing was my fire alarm was beeping. The battery needed to be changed. I have my ladder. I was like, oh my God, this is what a man would have done if a man were to be in this house. But I still had to find there and I got it changed. There is no news that at every point, if you owe a job, a business, there is need to have a man. There are things that happen, you need a man. Women, we know that we can be dramatic. Time is not about us. Times we tend to like, because we are women.
I just want to say one thing.
Times we tend to do the opposite of what we are supposed to do. But that does not mean that we are not important.
Samara,
we don't know our skills.
Do you know why I wouldn't want to employ a woman?
Tell me.
In my office.
Make it no go
in a company that I own.
Make it no go knock out. That's the reason why you not buy woman. You go begin knock out. Nothing like that. Don't forget that thing. I beg. I saw they are right.
A guy comes to work, sits on his desk, opens his laptop and starts working. A woman comes to work, first sit down, try to see if her nails are well kept, then start doing her makeup.
Because of you.
With office hours.
Because they know say you did
for crying out loud, I don't need such madness in my place of work.
Exactly.
I need people who office hours and personal hours. You guys don't have enough personal hours in the world.
So John, let me share.
When I go to work in the morning, first of all, I don't even wear makeup. The only thing I put in my lip gloss and I get going.
Let me share.
I don't have time to look at my face. So if you employ somebody who comes to work to look at her nails, then you employ the wrong person.
John,
I've seen women that know their onions.
John, let me share a true life story. So, I work for one.
I've seen women who know their onions for real. So change it.
So this person said, why don't you push out your baby yourself? Auntie, when you say things like this, it forces me to say that you think pushing out babies is so difficult. Don't even go there.
See, we entered another.
You really think pushing out babies is so difficult?
John, let's not go there because you can't even talk about what you do not understand.
This is what I'm saying. I agree that there are, places where men excel way more than women in terms of physical strength, and there are places where women, because of nature, women have that, better position. But what I disagree in terms of intellectual capacity, I think it is an absurd thing to say that men are more intelligent than women. Same way, it is an absurd thing for a white man to say he's more intelligent than a black man, or a Chinese man to say he's more intelligent. But the point I wanted to make about perspective, the team I work for an investment bank, and the head of our team, the global head, she's a lady. And we were having a catch-up, and she told me, she said before she was the head of this team, it was previously headed by a man. And he didn't give any of the heads, any of the managers, any autonomy. So he attended all the meetings by himself. And because he was in this position for about 10 years, when she took over the team, you could see that detach in terms of connectivity across different segments, because we are in fund migration. So from her perspective, she then started giving agencies to each and every one of these managers to go into the team, lead their own work, and it really, showed great results. My point is, when you work with men, sometimes they are less empathetic. And in investment banking, you need a fresh perspective of different people who...
Jessamao, thank you so much for the gun.
And just want to...
Pop my money guns, guys.
So John, when you want to look at society, I want you to look at society in a more nuanced way, not just from a rigid perspective. And also don't look at society from a Nigerian lens. I must agree that the Nigerian...
Remove the earpiece so we can hear you well.
Oh, okay.
So before, while you're removing your earpiece, bro, I'm not looking at the society from the Nigerian lens. I'm looking at the society from a global lens. Please, can you walk into the streets of New York and tell me how many buildings in New York was designed and built by women?
John, we all bring value in different forms.
That's what I'm saying.
We all bring value in different ways.
For the men that build,
do you understand? We don't need this comparison. We all bring value in different ways. We've seen women engineers.
Wait now. There are over 7 billion. There are over 7 billion people in the world. And I can report and say, can you tell me out of the 7 billion people, is there anyone who did not come from a vaginal canal? So that could be, and you can now say that.
Can I ask another question? Out of the 7 billion people, is there anyone that was not made by a sperm cell?
Of course, but you cannot. The contribution of a
no,
man.
Why don't you do it yourself? John, why don't you mold it yourself?
Why don't I mold it?
The 9 months.
Why don't you
drink a camel? Why don't you drink a camel and get pregnant?
Since it's easy, listen, since it's easy for us to get it from anywhere, why don't you, at least we can get it right. Why don't you do it yourself?
Why don't you drink a camel and get pregnant?
John,
I don't know what your problem is with women.
Wait, John,
but we complement each other. Forget this thing. We don't have anyone that is more valuable than the other.
John, are you seriously comparing fertilization to carrying a baby for 9 months and having your body physically change?
Are you seriously comparing having a baby for 9 months and raising a child for the rest of your life?
A woman raise a child as well. Why are you sounding as if it's
Oga, don't go there. Sorry, I don't live in those societies you live in. The society where I live in, the man just shoulder the responsibility of providing for that child. The man shoulders the responsibility of taking extra hours, extra shifts, putting his life at harm's way to provide for that child.
I agree, but financial provision is not the only need of a child. But
to provide financially, you have to risk your life.
Yeah, but the mother does other. Having a child is tantamount.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The mother does what?
Are you
Joe, what are you talking about?
Your mother does what? Do you remember that the father?
Do you know that? Do you know that? For example, you know I should have been at work. You know I should have worked today. You know I should have worked today and tomorrow, but I'm not working because my girl is not well.
We are ending in 5 minutes.
Do you remember that 95% of those that are deployed in battlefields are men?
And if let's go back to the mental the thing that the caption here.
We are finishing in 5 minutes. I have to go and sleep. When I don't turn man and woman fight.
And provide for their children. And we're talking about all these
Yeah, the problem is that nobody can change the impression you have in your head. What you have in your head cannot be changed by anybody. So the best thing to allow you to just keep.
They say women raising children. Now start this transgender pandemic.
How many million men die every year at war?
But isn't that the point?
See waiting Holyfield talk. Oh.
So Daddy Freeze.
Read what Holyfield said.
Oh, okay. Children, women raising children, led to the transgender pandemic.
He's gonna get brain like John. Don't worry about it.
But Daddy Freeze, this is the point I'm trying
Even
to make.
John gets same brain, so don't worry about it.
The contribution of men and women is a continuous. That relationship, I don't want it to get to a point where we are now seeing ourselves as rivals or competitors.
No,
we are
not.
both collaborators for our
We are both
existence.
collaborators.
Of course.
We know that men tend to. Men, they have their own way of raising
comments like
children.
saying,
Women are
comments
smart.
like saying that women are smart.
No, I didn't say women. I know. Yes, women are smart.
What is
Women
that
are
for?
really smart.
Smart, period.
No,
Deal with it.
no. Human beings are smart. Now, you cannot, even you say women are smart, we're not saying women are smart in comparison with dogs. You're comparing women and men. That you say women are smart. So what you're trying to say in essence, literally English, is that
Men are intelligent,
but
but
when we
women
say
are
human beings
smart.
are smart, we are saying human beings are smart compared to other lower animals.
Men are intelligent, but women are smart.
So when we say
Bring me a
women are
17-year-old
smart,
child.
I maintain my ground.
Bring me a 14-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl.
I repeat myself by saying the reason why you guys think women are smart is because men are careless. We are
It's not about, you see, you're talking about it in terms of cheating, but we're not talking about the aspect of cheating now. We're talking about in everything. Just bring me a 14-year-old child and a 14-year-old boy and 14-year-old
2 more minutes. We are ending now.
Let's do a social experiment.
Sorry, let everybody have 1 minute. Hold on. Let everybody have 1 minute. Oh yeah, Samaria. Ladies first. Your 1 minute. What do you want to say? Rounding off.
But if it's I can't. Nah, I don't have anything to say. Sorry. At this point, nah. All I want to say, if I have to say something, is that John, you see this gender, they are the same. People are intelligent in their own way. Their IQs are different. They both bring values. It all depends on how you see it. Okay?
Wait, sorry. 1 by 1, 1 minute. My brother here, John, now you go end the show. My brother here, what are your thoughts?
So thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. My thoughts are, I think, in terms of intelligence and the intellectual capacity of genders. I think women are intelligent, men are intelligent, and we have to look at these things from an individual perspective and not from a group perspective. But what I want to really emphasize here is we have to make sure we continue to push for a positive relationship for both genders. We should be collaborators and not competitors. Women are intelligent in their own ways, as well as men are intelligent in their own ways. I'm making blanket statements that women are not as smart as men, or these are the reasons that led to the subjugation of women over time, as we can clearly see in Nigeria. To wrap it up, I remember in 2014, there was a female that came out to contest for the presidential primaries at PDP, and we were all laughing and saying this is ridiculous and absurd. And looking at it back in retrospect, I wonder why that is the case. We need to push women to do a lot more, because in their brains is a lot of capacity to, invent and innovate new aspects that we do not know. Why can women do it abroad and they don't do it in our countries is the question we should be asking.
Your 1 minute is over. Thank you. John, finally, 1 minute, please. Let's keep it so I can sleep. My eye don't depend me.
I am a mathematician, I'm a statistician. I deal with statistics, empirical data.
I really like John.
When you go to schools, please do a random sample of the brightest students in classrooms. 80%, 70% of them are males. Whether you like it or not, it is difficult, it is sad, but that is the gospel truth. We men, and if you go to professional, there are more male doctors than female doctors. There are more male engineers than female engineers. There are more male soldiers than female soldiers. So I don't understand where you people are getting that narrative from. Women are smart when it comes to catching a man that is cheating, because men are careless when it comes to cheating. That's the only thing I know that women are extremely smart at, catching men that are cheating. I'm not saying that we're not going to get one or two women who excel very well in their field. Yes, we will. But does it make up the numbers? No, it doesn't make up the numbers. I'm sorry. It doesn't make up the numbers.
But you called yourself a statistician and you are making a fallacious claim, because you are looking at the 1% of hyper men and putting all their contribution and what they've achieved on the entire men. I give you an example. Most of the incarcerated people in prison are
Why are
men.
there no hyper men in the world?
Wait, let me make a point. I didn't interrupt you when you were speaking.
Why are there no hyper men in the world?
Wait now. Wait.
I'm asking you now, why are there no hyper men in the world?
Wait. You are taking an extreme. You are taking people like Daddy Freeze, Davido, and Whiskey.
Why are there no hyper women in the world?
Compare the rest of Nigerian youth, which we do not have that level of success. And you are
Why
saying
are there no hyper? You know there are more women in the world than men, right? You know there are more women in the world than men.
Of course.
So why are there no? Why are you not calling? When you're calling people like that, why are you not calling their female equivalent? When you're calling Davido, why are you not calling their female equivalent?
There are women that have excelled in their field, like Serena Williams, like Genevieve Energy, like Ayashpa.
The truth is that you will call 500 men before you call 10 women.
We end now because this conversation is not going to end. All right, let me end this here. Sama baby, thank you very much. My brother, what's your name?
Daddy Freeze, give me. Tony is my name. Let me make one last point. People think I'm a feminist, but I want to make this point clear. The only reason why I genuinely believe in equality is I think that if there's a child in Nigeria, if there's a child in Enugu who has the capacity for unimaginable intellectual capacity, why do we use gender, tribalism, and other unnecessary tag to hold them back and push them back?
Because as you can see, the president of Tanzania just banned Twitter. And rumors have it that it was because it was our period.
Oh, please.
All right, guys.
So this, you see,
At this bombshell, we go to sleep.
This is coming from Africa.
Samaria, baby, you are looking very pretty. Go and sleep. John, go and sleep. My brother, we are going to sleep.
John, statistic is from Africa. No wonder you see, no wonder.
Thank you so much.
Wonder. Thank goodness I don't agree with you.
The honor of hosting you guys today.
It was an honor to be here.
The honor of hosting you guys today was all mine. God bless you.
Thank you, Daddy Freezer.
Thank you, guys. John, thank you, Sama. And my brother here, Tony, thank you so much.
Tony or Ziggy, yeah.
Thank you.
So much
Thank you, guys.